Hey, it's Chad Hasty of the Chad Hasty Show on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. It was an interesting past few days for President Donald Trump as the executive order that he signed on Friday has created protest and a lot of travel delays for some people who probably shouldn't be caught up in this immigrant / refugee / travel ban that is out there. The administration says this is not a Muslim ban. This has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with terrorism. Seven different nations, predominantly Muslim nations, that, by the way, were named by the Obama administration and Congress before President Trump ever took office. These 7 nations were named as hotspots of terrorism. So Donald Trump on Friday signed an executive order saying that if you are a refugee, we're placing that on hold. You're coming into the country, we're placing that on hold. There's going to be a 90-day stoppage of people coming from those countries into the United States. Now, here's where some of the headache gets kicked in. There were a lot of people, and I say a lot, relatively speaking. Some of those who were traveling to this country have green cards. They have green cards to be in this country. They are residents of this country. They have gone through background checks. They live in this country. They work in this country. They go to school in this country. Others already have visas. Students who have visas who are coming over, they've been caught up in this. I think if and there is some room for criticism here, okay, by the to the administration. If you have a green card, you shouldn't have been caught up in this. But I think the administration and the government worked too quickly on this, and not everybody was on the same page. Even the administration now says, hey, you know what, those who have a green card, we don't want them to be caught up in this, though some of them may face, some people who have a green card, who come from these 7 different nations, may face some enhanced vetting at some point, depending on if they went to Syria and they came back. You may want to know why they went to Syria. There have been people who have trained for ISIS or with ISIS who have gone to Syria, gone to the Middle East, and have come back. And, the Trump administration says we need to know who these people are. Now, the big question is this a Muslim ban or not? It depends on who you talk to. The left is going to say this is absolutely a Muslim ban. However, 80% of Muslims are not covered by this ban. That includes Muslims in Indonesia, or anyone in Indonesia. Also Saudi Arabia. Remember the 9/11 hijackers, by the way? They came from Saudi Arabia. That's a whole other debate that we can have why Saudi Arabia is not on this list. Money has something to do with it, I'm sure. Pakistan is not on this list. So there are many nations that aren't on this list that would maybe raise some eyebrows. So is this a complete Muslim ban? Absolutely not, because most Muslims throughout the world can absolutely travel to the United States. If you're a British Muslim, you can travel to the United States. If you are a French Muslim, you can travel to the United States. If you're a German Muslim, you can travel to the United States. This is not a complete Muslim ban. However, the way this thing was rolled out, in my opinion, was absolutely screwed up. Those, again, who have a green card, those who are residents of this nation, of the United States of America, have every right to be able to go through security and to get back home and not be detained, in my opinion. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. Have a great day, and I'm sure we'll be talking about this as some will call it a Muslim ban, others will call it a refugee ban, others will call it a terror hotspot ban. Whatever you may call it, we'll be talking about it on the Chad Hasty Show.